On the 20th anniversary of the death of Princess Diana, some of her closest friends pay tribute on Good Morning Britain tomorrow from 6. GMB Today continues after that with McFly's Danny Jones calling in at 8:30. With Eamon and Ruth on this morning at 10:30, James Martin is in to talk about his brand new Saturday morning show starting soon. And with Esther Ranson and Nigel Havers on Loose Women tomorrow at 12:30. It's just the start to your Thursday daytime here on ITV. Now the latest ITV news in London.
Good evening, I'm Geraint Vincent. Of all the concerns parents have when they send their child to nursery, the quality of the air they breathe should perhaps be something they don't have to worry about. But we know there are hundreds of nurseries in the capital located on or very close to what are dangerously polluted roads. Now, because of their concerns about the impact that can have on the health of children, one private nursery today took the step of installing air purifiers in its buildings, a move Greenpeace says should be considered across the capital. Martin Stew reports.
You're not allowed to use a mobile phone at this Montessori nursery in Islington. The staff try to shield children from the distractions of city living to focus on creative play. But what they can't stop are the toxic fumes billowing from traffic outside their front door.
All the cars and the buses, they blow out this dirty smoke that pollutes the air.
It's one of 761 nurseries in London within 150 metres of a road breaching legal NO2 levels. 24 are near roads so bad, levels are double the legal limit.
Is it good for us to breathe the dirty air? No, that's why the Clean Air Ferries comes out and they clean all these dirty air.
Parents were so worried when they saw the research, they demanded the nursery take action. But save not breathing, options seemed limited.
What support are we actually being given? As I say, we did go to the campaigns that the Mayor had actually indicated, but that's not going to happen overnight. So obviously, from my point of view, as a business and an environment working with young children, what could I do very quickly?
Their solution? An air filter, using technology developed by NASA for the International Space Station.
At the bottom we have filters, then a fan, and then as you can see on this picture, this is the technology. Lots of ultraviolet lights, titanium dioxide, which creates a reaction that neutralises nano-sized particles.
So that's taking out the nitrogen dioxide that we're getting from the traffic?
Exactly.
It's that gas which is responsible for nearly 2/3 of the 9,400 premature deaths caused by air pollution in London every year. It's particularly problematic for children because it can restrict lung growth.
The problem is this technology does not come cheap. One of those boxes will set you back about £1,000 and you need one in each room, plus the cost of changing the filters. Now, this is a private nursery, so they can afford it, but many of the hundreds on the most at risk list in London simply can't. Greenpeace says the Mayor should consider funding the technology now, whilst his office work on longer-term solutions.
It could be a part of a two-pronged solution where there is emphasis on reducing traffic on the streets right outside the nurseries, and at the same time then tackling the indoor air pollution using these kind of system. So it has to be a part of the larger solution, can't just be the only solution.
A spokesman from the Mayor's office says they're currently auditing 50 primary schools, but may consider looking at nurseries in the future.
So Martin, that was just one private nursery that you went to today. Are others likely to follow suit, do you think?
Well, this is the big question. As with of the Mayor's policies. There's lots of talk, grand talk, but there's not a huge amount of detail. In fact, he's not going to publish that until next year. What we do know is the company make those filters. After a month, we'll be monitoring and sending that back to his experts. And if they can make enough of a case, he might consider it. But a little calculation by me, back of an envelope stuff, to do that across all those nurseries would cost somewhere between £5 and £10 million. So it's a big decision for them to make.
OK, Martin, thanks very much. London was named today as the most expensive place in the country to arrange a funeral.